Wedge, a 4-0 victory over Carlton Town today, but let's put them on hold and talk about what's just happened. You and Hamza have lifted the Northern Premier League East Division title. Sum up your feelings.
Joy, bit of relief as well. Obviously, there's been pressure on us most of the season. At the start, we was probably favourites with Grantham, who haven't had the best of seasons, but we've recruited well. We recruited good characters in the dressing room, and it's all paid off now. So it was a long time coming from like after Christmas, because we've been that far clear, but nobody's been able to get near us in terms of points, and with ground results that we've need to played some good stuff today. I thought we were very good.
How important was it? You speak about how far ahead we were after Christmas, that we've not let any sort of performances drop, maybe one or two, but since then it's been sort of not plain sailing, but everyone's stuck to the professional jobs.
It's testament to the characters we've got. That's what it boils down to. Yeah, we've got ability, but it's the characters in the dressing room. We don't let things slip. Standards all season, we've been driving them on, not just me and Hamza, all the boys in there, and some of the younger lads now towards the end of the season are driving it from us older lads. So it's just been a real good blend and a good mix, and it's something that a lot of lads will never experience again in their careers. And the dressing room's just, I can't tell you how good it's been. It's been first class, and no egos in there. We all get along, and it's just been a really, really good season, and I've really enjoyed myself.
Focusing on the season, you mentioned how good it has been, but I suppose it's been, thinking at the start of the season when we spoke to you on the eve, you and Hamza, surely it's exceeded all expectation where we stand right now.
Yeah, of course it has. Obviously after that first game of the season, Stockton, which we were the better team in that game as well, which is the only defeat we've had up to yet. We were a bit behind with the cut runs as well, and teams were in front of us, and people are like, oh, they're going to catch up. I think at one bit we must have been 7th or 8th, and we had 3 or 4 games in hand, and then we've caught them up, and that November was just a real key turning point for us. I think we did 8 out of 8 or 9 out of 9. That really turned it then, and then we started to just gain momentum, and you got quality we've got with midfielders and a striker that scored as many goals as usually, you're always going to be up there.
Thinking about that November as well, could you have predicted that we'd have done a 100% record in that month, considering some of the fixtures we had in there? The likes of the Ossett game probably would have taken a lot out of this squad when we had to push to the very end on a sodden surface, things seemingly going behind, battered from the likes of Danny South, still come on top and then carried that through.
Yeah, listen, we play everyone, they raise the game. It's simple as that, especially when we did get top of the league and stuff, it was. But how you got to look at it is we've played probably 7, 8, 9 more games than everyone else with the cup competitions, with the FA Cup and stuff like that. So for us to, it's not a big squad. We've done it with quite a smallish squad. The gaffer said he wanted quality, and that's what he recruited. And some games this season we've had 13, 14 players. So we've not even been able to fill the subs bench. So it's testament to the lads that have played majority of the games and the subs coming on. But yeah, it's the November was massive for us, especially after going out in the cup as well, which FA Cup, which Alvechurch did us. We went on to the second round. So I'm just absolutely delighted for everyone associated with the club. We deserve everything because we're all pulling in one direction, and the club's going only one way.
Thinking back to the Tadcaster game, when that full-time whistle went, just sum up sort of your feelings at that point, if you can think back, and knowing that we've done it and you've taken back a club back to the level where we were 9 years ago, where we, after everything that's gone off behind the scenes, to come back up stronger. Yeah,
it's relief more than anything. Obviously we've wanted it so bad all season, and the pre-season we put in, we worked our socks off and had a really tough pre-season. But yeah, obviously it's nice for everyone. You see everyone associated with the club, the supporters and people above us and the gaffer and the staff. But for me, I'm never like, my wife always goes mad, and my mum and dad, you never like, I never get too high or too low in football. I'm 34 now. It's like, yeah, it's nice and I really enjoy the moment and stuff, but it's like, it's my job at the end of the day, so you just get on with it. But yeah, just want a relief more than anything. We put some real long overnight trips in and stuff like that, in terms of getting back in at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning after night games, and lads have got work the next day, so it's just been really a relief.
And you say about not getting too high, but it must have been a great feeling lifting that trophy with Hamza, and also just seeing packed out Sandy Lane with Worksop Farm celebrating with you. You've had little ones with you as well.
Yeah.
Just how did it feel?
Yeah, it was brilliant. Apart from the weather spoilt it a bit, but yeah, brilliant. You know what? I love to see it for our younger players, because some people don't go, regardless of levels and stuff, they don't get one promotion in their whole career. So to see some of these younger lads now, to see what it takes to get that promotion, and to see the consistency you have to play and the standards that you have to show in terms of how you conduct yourself off the field, on the field, good attitudes, timekeeping. It's been a good learning curve for them, because a lot of the older lads, we're sticklers for that, because it's all we've ever done and all we've ever known. So I'm more happy for the younger players more than anything, because it'll show them now they can go and kick on. And honestly, they're at the difference in the levels going up and up and up is really, it's fine margins. Some of the players here can go and play 2 or 3 leagues above. I have no doubt of that.
To bring it round to today's game, a couple of them young players got on the score sheet in Alex and Luke. Overall, the game, first half, maybe a little bit of a hangover, shall we say, from Saturday in the amount of effort we had to put in. Do you feel like you felt that a little bit, and how good was the second half compared to the first?
I think first half we moved the ball really well. I think because some games were here, we're 3-0 up at half time. Well, oh God, and you come in at 0-0. We're like that. I think the first half we moved the ball really well, and we got into some really good areas. It was just the final ball, which we said at half time. But I don't panic, because I know we'll get chances, and not every ball's going to be over it, or it's not going to come off. Eventually they'll start to come off, and it did second half, but it's not for lack of trying. And I thought we really played some nice stuff. Second half it was nice football, and I think we just total soccered it second half, which were nice, and then we got our goals, which we deserved.
Thinking about next week, and this is obviously the final question, we're going to get the promotion party underway. Ossett at home, a chance to finish the season unbeaten at home in the league. How important is it that we carry on them standards and not let, again, today get too high and think that's it? Yeah,
we're not like that. We don't do that. People, managers that do team talks, probably all the big time. I say it every time I do an interview, big time Charlie's this, that. We're not like that. We don't underestimate anyone. Take everybody serious. We have match reports of teams that we play. We're not just doing it by fluke and just turning up and beating teams. We have reports what go into our group, and we know about every team before we play. We know the strengths, their weaknesses, as probably a lot of teams know about us. But yeah, they're a solid team, and we played them away, and it was a tough game, but we're at home, so there's nobody to fear. I think we've beaten near enough everybody this season, bar maybe 1 or 2 teams that we've had 2 draws against. But yeah, we'll respect them, and they deserve that respect. So yeah, it'd be nice if we can do it, and that's what we want now. We want all these. There's still a couple more records what we want to do, and if we can do that, brilliant. Cheers, pal.